Alright now, back to this game. My phone call was very uninteresting and highly distracting. In any event, so let me get my bearings. I'm a bit disoriented here. We have Scourge at the top right, Stone at the bottom left. Alright, and we're playing Dota, or watching it at least, I should say. So this puck is in a spot of trouble from this Alchemist who may come in with a stun, but a pro player like, who's on this Alchemist again, just BI, whomever that is, should be able to dodge an Alchemist stun quite handily with his Ethereal Jaunt. In the meantime, a small piece of action going in the middle lane. We have this Lion back here who's stunning his assailants, and the puck is hanging back. Oh, puck's actually down to 100 health, so he has to play very conservatively in order to stay alive. The Storm Spirit might get arrowed by the bottom. We'll see if he can manage. Actually, there are quite a few people headed up top lane, so this Alchemist, for one, is totally screwed. He actually stuns the Slardar to prevent himself from getting stunned by the Slardar, but even still, there's someone. Actually, the Kunkka goes down instead. The Kunkka sort of comes up, and they decide to finish him off instead of continuing on for the Alchemist. And so, a bit unfortunate for him, but he did save his ally's life, I think, so not a terrible way to die, but I'm sure he would have rather have lived anyways. The Sven is fighting against the Lion, and the Lion sort of caught him by surprise and got a lot of damage in. Oh, actually, that was a very good arrow. This hit the Sven because it stopped the Sven from going into DPS the Lion, and Sven is taking quite a bit of damage. And so is the Storm Spirit, actually, and they're both backing away at fairly low health. Top lane, this Alchemist has been amplified damage by the Slider, and he may be in a little bit of trouble. However, there's still action going down bottom. This bottom is up against the Storm Spirit, who's at low life, so she might get an arrow off. I'm not certain. Let me just check back up top. So the Slider has been stunned, and he's taking some heavy fire. However, this Storm Spirit got stunned by the bottom I saw, and he goes down to the bottom. However, the bottom is she got stunned by the Witch Doctor. One more right click takes her out, and heading back top lane, the Slider actually managed to escape, and he's TPing home. So I didn't catch the tail end of the Slider because I had to head down bottom to see what was going on there, but so the Slider managed to escape just barely. Actually, one thing I noticed is you'll notice his magic wand does so many charges. When I left, it had like I don't know, 12 charges or something. He had quite a few charges on it, so he used those to save his life. The magic wand proving that it is probably the most imba item in Dota, aside from boots and TP scrolls and all the other imba items. But magic wand is pretty much a must-have. I think there are very few heroes in competitive Dota who don't get themselves a magic wand. Mainly only heroes that absolutely don't need mana, like Drow Ranger. Kunkka's actually getting off some imba harassment with his double damage rune. Just look at the damage does. Each slash with that double damage rune is taking off about a quarter of Storm Spirit's health, which is pretty crazy. Puck has ultimated the Alchemist. Slar actually misses his stun, which is kind of strange, but Alchemist, what are you doing? Alchemist stuns himself. I'm not quite sure why, but down he goes. And now this Lion might be in some danger. Actually, the Slider goes down first. But the Lion's at very low health, and down he goes. And we'll see if there are any more kills coming out, because the Venge gets stunned by the Sven, and she's too far away to stun anyone else. And this bottom's probably going to be backing off. No, actually, this Kunkka comes in with a fantastic boat that just gives this Sven, who's going down to either a Potom Arrow or a Tidebringer Slash. A Potom Arrow gets him. Actually, this Potom herself is in a lot of trouble, and she has fallen down. Maybe she just let Sven finish him off. And this Sven's actually being very aggressive against this Witch Doctor, but he's always lonesome, and the puck right clicks are really doing him in, combined with the Storm Spirit. Oh, actually, he gets off a Tidebringer Slash from down here, slashes this Witch Doctor up here, but he does go down anyways. And despite that being a one-for-one exchange, I think that not only was the Kunkka's life more valuable, but one other thing I want to mention is no one got any assists on Kunkka's kill, but when Kunkka was killed, there were two Sentinel heroes who got assists. And getting assists gives you gold, right? So, despite the fact that the hero kill gold was, I think, 245 both ways, there were two heroes on Sentinel that each picked up about 50 experience from the assist. So I think that one-for-one trade-off was not in favor of the Kunkka, and it was a bit of a poor choice, although his Tidebringer Slash to get the kill was still very classy, and again, I love the name. Hell yeah, It makes me laugh. So it looks like the Sentinel might be trying to take this tower. The glyph has been popped. They have heroes hiding in the woods in case Sentinel or Scourge TP's in. These heroes will probably come around the side. But it doesn't look like I'm seeing any solid defense mounted up. We have two heroes in back, just sort of looming. Actually, oh shoot. Kunkka popped off a kill on the Witch Doctor with the help of the Potom. I missed that, I apologize, but perhaps Potom landed an arrow. In any event, Sentinel's taken out the tower there, and Scourge is applying a small bit of pressure to this tower, while Kunkka's actually gone between the towers to do a bit of farming of this creep wave, and this is kind of interesting. He hits the torrent and Tiebreaking Slash and he takes out all the creeps. However, this Storm Spirit is in position to ruin his day. Oh, very bad chain stunning there, actually. Very nice play by the Storm Spirit to dodge that arrow. And despite the bit of failed chain stunning, the Kunkka has gone down. So that's another death for the Kunkka, who just died a moment ago. So that really hampers his farming capacity. And we have the Lion tries to TP out. Actually, the TP gets cancelled. He fingers the Storm Spirit, but does not get a kill. And he also used up a TP scroll, which is unfortunate, because those things do cost money. They're worth the money, but not so much worth it when it gets cancelled and you die. So Sven is farming some neutrals, while Slardar farms the lane. And the hero kill count is still quite high, it's 12 a pop, so it's evened out. We were seeing a bit of a lead in favor of the Scourge earlier on, however that has expired. It's a very even game, as this Puck with the double damage rune is really taking out this tower quite quickly. And unless we see a glyph or something or other, it is probably going to go down. The Sentinel gets the last hit off. So Sentinel is picking up a bit of a tower advantage. They've taken out 2 towers to the Scourge's absolutely none, which is not a great position to be in. Potom and Kunkka, they're really like laning together. However, they're laning together, and there are 4 Sentinel heroes here to lane against them. So Potom is in some trouble, yes. The Storm Spirit zips in on her. He pulls her in, however, she zips out, but Slardar gets his stun off, and Kunkka zips in and gets an ultimate off, but the tower's doing a lot of damage to him. Storm Spirit zipped in again. Lion disabled the Puck, which was the death of him. Kunkka got a boat off. Storm Spirit's actually taking a fair bit of damage. And the Kunkka might get an Imba Slash off. No Tiebreaker Slash from the Kunkka. The Venge stuns the Witch Doctor, who is in a lot of trouble flying. Yes, Lion has hexed him, and now he has been torrented, and he will be impaled, perhaps. So he has fallen down. And I don't think... Actually, this Storm Spirit's hiding in the woods bottom, which is a sort of risky maneuver. If Vengeful Spirit had some sort of sixth sense, she could get sight on him and kill them, but it looks like he is sticking around, despite being at low health and mana, to defend this tower, which is fairly injured. So we might see a very epic team battle coming up, that seems to be the case, and Storm Spirit does have a TP scroll. He's just hiding there in case there's a battle breaking out, to, I guess, catch the enemy by surprise. We have a TP in, so pretty much everyone is here. The tower is at low health. It could really go either way, and we will see. So Puck has zipped in to initiate on the line. He's done quite a bit of damage to the line. However, Torrent goes off, which hits the Sven and the Puck, and the line is still taking some more damage. He gets stunned by the Slider, and the Storm Spirits come in from behind to kill him, and he's pulling in the Vengeful Spirit and doing some great right-clicks on her. The Potom is here to do a Starfall. However, the Vengeful Spirit's gone down. The Storm Spirit is being killed by the Potom. Kunkka's in the back, still at very high health, who might kill the Slider, who's been stunned by the Alchemist and taken out by the Alchemist. And despite Storm Spirit coming from behind, I think Scourge really did quite well in that team fight, and Puck has been X-Marks spotted and is going to die in just a moment. He's been torrented, and he has fallen down as well. So this Witch Doctor is no doubt going to die, as he is all by his lonesome, and he is in some serious trouble. He jukes an arrow, but that is not going to be enough to save his life as he falls down. However, he died before the Alchemist could get a stun off, so now Alchemist is going to stun himself, and Slider showed up. Kunkka gets off a torrent, which hits the Slider before the Slider can stun the Alchemist. No, the Slider still gets a stun off on the Alchemist, which is no doubt going to kill him, but the Slider might fall down in return, as he is taking quite a bit of damage. And he's juking as if his life depended on it. However, he's fallen down. However, the Sven is back, and the Sven is... Does he have his ult on? No, he's not have his ult on. He is hurting Kunkka quite a bit. He is perhaps in some danger, though. Starfall, some arrows. No, it looks like Sven is getting away. No, he falls down to a brilliant boat from the Kunkka, which is very unexpected. How the Storm Spirit zips in to get a kill on the Kunkka. And now the Storm Spirit is fighting the Potom. However, there's another TP coming in, which could be trouble for the Potom. It is Puck. Who is he going to go in for a kill on the Potom? This tower is at very low health. It has been denied by the Storm Spirit, and I think that is the end of that team encounter. And that was a very high-paced team encounter, I think. In the aftermath, we see Potom picking up a double damage rune. And so that was a running battle. It was sort of hard to keep track of who won in the final analysis at the end of things. I think Scourge did come out with more hero kills there, but the tower was denied, which counts for a lot as well. But I do think Scourge had a slight advantage in that fight. And the Lion gets off a great stun, which probably saves his life because Slardar was just less than half a second away from stunning him. Bottom gets off a great arrow, but she's double damage, but she's all alone, so she's not getting a kill. Storm Spirit zips in against her, but he has no mana. And a no mana Storm Spirit is not a Storm Spirit at all. It's just sort of like a panda, a sad panda. Lion has moved to defend bottom tower, which is taking quite a bit of damage from the catapult. And it might get into deny range. Maybe Lion is intentionally letting the... Yes, I think Lion intentionally let the tower get into deny range, and now they're either baiting with it, or maybe they're just waiting to last hit it, because it is definitely in deny range, and it falls down, and they don't deny it, which is... doesn't impress me at all. I don't like to see towers that could have been denied not being denied. I thought that Lion was doing a bit of a nice play, just letting the catapult hit it enough times to get it into deny range, but I guess that's not what happened. And I'll just wait a little while as we're nearing the 20-minute mark. Once we reach the very moment of the 20-minute... what's this? We have an Alchemist, and he's TPing away from Storm Spirit, who I guess doesn't know he's there. He suspects, but he didn't check. I'm not sure. So yes, just a few more seconds. Count them. 3, 2, 1... Okay, that's 20 minutes on the nose. So allow me to take a break from the action to consult the creep check. So Storm Spirit's at 72. I think he was at about 40 at the 10-minute mark, so not a fantastic gain for him. The Lion, who was about 14, I think, is up to 31. The Puck has moved himself up to 60. I think he was at like 30, along with the Potom, who's now up at 54. The Tri-Lanes have the farm split out quite a bit, actually. The Witch Doctor's 25, the Slider is 27, and the Sven has 8, so it's strange that the Witch Doctor is so many. But in any event, all told, the Tri-Lane has 60 combined, whereas the Scourge Tri-Lane has 40 on the Alchemist and 52 on the Kunkka. So the Kunkka hasn't really improved his farm any. However, the Alchemist has gotten quite a few creep stats, and so the Scourge Tri-Lane is at 94, so they do have more than the Sentinel Tri-Lane. However, 20 minutes in and we're still not seeing let me check the items real quick. So Kunkka has moved himself to a Vanguard. Potom doesn't have much of anything. She has her treads in her bottle. She might be saying herself something on a crow. I'm uncertain. The Venge is hardly anything. Mainly, I just want to point out that the Lion does not have his Blink Dagger, and neither does the Puck, actually, so... a bit of slow farming. We'll see how much longer it takes for them to get those very, very important items. Especially the Blink Dagger on the Puck and the Lion. More so the Lion, I think. That is a very important purchase. And he hardly does anything. But in any event, Puck is bottling himself a double damage rune, so that could be very pivotal if there's a team fight anytime soon, like perhaps at this tower. And it does look like Scourge wants to push this tower, as they do have their entire team middle, but Sentinel is in position to defend it as well. They have everything but Blue, who's farming top lane for the moment. And what are we seeing? So Potom gets an arrow off, which does hit the Puck in the back, but it doesn't look like they're going to initiate on her. The Alchemist was hit by Slardar's Amplify damage, and they're pulling in the Kunkka, but no one else is close to stun him, so... Puck is actually initiated with his ultimate, and Storm Spirit has zipped in. However, Storm Spirit is hacked and then hit by the Lion's Finger. A great boat by Kunkka to finish off the Sven. The Puck has zipped himself down here. He still has his double damage rune, but he is in some deadly peril, and he is running from a Vengeful Spirit. This Witch Doctor gets off a crazy bouncing cask, and Puck zips himself up to here. However, he's still at low health, and there's still enemy heroes here. Alchemist is stunning himself, and this Puck is, again, still at low health, running from a Kunkka now, and he's zipping in over here. And the Slider gets a stun off, which stuns the Lion, which prevents the Lion from stunning the Puck and finishing the Puck off. And the Kunkka pops off a Torrent, which misses the Puck, and it looks like this tower is going to go down in a moment. We see Lion... Alchemist is charging up his stun again. Is he going to stun himself? Yes, the Alchemist has stunned himself, and it costs him his life.